This is the ballot that she's giving us.
Oh, these are the ballots.
No, that's for the commissioner.
This is for a commissioner.
Which commissioner?
We'll officially call this special meeting to order, and those of you that might be aware, might not be, but the table to the left rear has documents that relate to what we're here for. You can follow along, and we call the meeting to order. Number 2 is public comment. Madam Clerk, you got anything to?
No, sir, no public comment. There were 3 people, just so you know, that could not come today, so I provided their information to you guys at your desk.
All righty. Number 3 on the agenda, Mr. Myers.
Yes, we are interviewing candidates for the audit committee. We have 2 openings plus the alternate, and we've got 6 people have volunteered. As Heather said, Grace Lamb and Kent Steves and Michael Varner are not able to be here tonight. Grace and Kent did interview last time and a year ago. And they sent in, I think, either resumes or a sheet describing their reasons, their qualifications. I believe everyone else, well, Mike Thelmley also is willing to step down, so he's not here. He was gonna be the alternate, but he's decided to give up that seat. So I think we've got two people, Cedric Scott and David Shinden. Did I pronounce that right? Okay, so going in order, Cedric, you were first, please. Come to the mic, state your name, state why you want to do this.
Torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Cedric Scott. My wife, Jamie Scott, and I are full-time residents here at Holden Beach. We bought our home September 26, 2022. And this is my coming out party. So I just want to be useful. I'm a business broker full-time. We both work remotely. And currently the president of a property owners association. To go back into the crates, I kicked off my career as the assistant treasurer and fiscal manager for the 23 Western counties in North Carolina for the Department of Commerce. As the 7 regional partnerships that existed years ago. And from there, worked with State Auditor Ralph Campbell, Chief Justice Henry Fry. I had a successful mortgage and banking business. Left that business in 2019 to be a business broker full-time. And God's just blessed me, and here I am, just wanting to be useful. I saw the audit committee came up. I read those requirements. I'm a negotiator, a problem solver, very no complex thinking, common sense in everything, and just keep it simple. But I'm really here forward to hear what you all have to ask of me, and I'm willing to make that commitment. I know it's a 3-year commitment. I've read through, what the audit committee does, and those roles and responsibilities, and completely comfortable with all of them.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you for volunteering and stepping up. I think that's really important. I am not really audit centric, so if my questions seem kind of simple, please bear with me. Have you participated in an audit of an organization similar to what town does in any fashion, have exposure to it?
Yes. So as assistant treasurer and working with State Auditor Ralph Campbell, a lot of times I've got to directly audit towns and municipalities. So I do have that experience.
I'm a little foolish asking that question, but I'm going to ask him.
Not at all. It's a valid question.
The second question, are you familiar with internal controls that are used to minimize the possibility of errors and any type of fraud?
I am, but I would yield to the professionals on that, especially with AI and the role that AI is playing in this transition. Definitely want to lean on the security professionals and law prevention professionals.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you for volunteering. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.
David. Good afternoon.
I am David Shadan. I'm a property owner. I have property at Holden Beach for maybe 8 years now. My background is human resources in state government, and I worked there for 35 years. Through that, I worked at a lot of different agencies. I'm retired now, and then set up my a consulting business, an HR consulting business, where I work 20 hours a week. That's my goal. It's hard to keep it there because it's hard to turn down a good client that wants more, but that's my goal, and I've been able to do that for the past 4 or 5 years. Background as far as auditing, I'm not an auditor. I don't have a background in auditing, although I do have experience being audited as the HR director for 2 of the largest state agencies, which was Department of Public Safety and DHHS. The list goes on. Secretary of State's. I was at the General Assembly and was there. I won't say HR manager. I'm not sure if the manager is an appropriate term there, but I ran their HR department for the General Assembly for a short term. As far as audit functions go, I was responsible for systems and controls for the HR office. The HR office, you know, public safety was a large agency. I didn't know everybody under me. It was 200 HR people under me and 27,000 people. I'm retired now, so I can talk pretty freely. It wore me out. It was a 24/7 operations with prison systems, highway patrol, emergency management, and it goes on from there, youth services, things like that. So the state auditor's office with my friend, my new friend over here, worked out, we had auditors coming into the office. And so much so I caught actually a little slack from some of my counterparts by giving the auditors an office. They were in there so much in the HR office auditing through. I said, well, let's just give them an office. And you usually don't want to, a lot of times the posture is not to accommodate. I took a different stand on that. Let's accommodate. I want to be clear, transparent. This is going back several years, and not looking to buy any benefit from that. But let's make a good working relationship together for those entrance meetings and the early release meetings and the exit meetings especially. I'm wide open to questions. I'm not quite sure what you're looking for, so I'd like to solicit questions.
And 2 questions for you, although I could possibly glean some answers, I'll let you provide them. Have you participated in an audit similar to what the town normally does?
I have, yes, with findings and, you know, and the report with the stickler items in that need to be addressed, making those, addressing those items and then having follow-up meetings directly with the state auditor that's assigned, the deputy or assistant state auditor that's assigned to that to make sure those are addressed before the audit release goes public. Or things like that. Yes, that's what you're asking.
Great. Second question, are you familiar with various internal controls that are used in a financial system like the town has to minimize possible errors involved?
For the, yes, but with the caveat, for the financial systems, I'm not quite sure. For the systems, policies, internal controls regarding human resources, which is pretty far-reaching, and anything related for that, I am my consulting business now, and what I did my last several years was write policy focused on HR, HR systems controls, good hiring practices, good termination practices, and everything in between, grievances. I am a certified mediator. I'm certified under the North Carolina system, so I went to district criminal court, Wake County, and mediated cases as they came up. If you're not familiar with that, you basically sit on the side there and the judge comes up and they remand the case back down. I'm not an attorney. I have no legal training, but I think that's a good thing for mediation because you're trying to find that middle ground. So, I've done several of those, and of course the employment mediation, very comfortable on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions? Dave? No?
All right. Okay. What's the pleasure of the board? Is there anything else other than considering adjournment?
I think we're good to adjourn. We vote during the regular meeting. Is that right, Heather?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're done.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I move to adjourn.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We adjourn until our 5 o'clock